Hello and welcome to the All Words Matter Black Author Expo featured author segment. And today we have author Angel Charmaine. And Angel Charmaine is a truth teller, a storyteller, and she is all about authenticity. So I would like you all to help me welcome her in. Hello and welcome, Angel.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. And I appreciate you for being here with us this evening. And we're going to go ahead and get on into it a little bit. So, for a little bit, for those who don't know you yet, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Angel Charmaine Wright. I write as Angel Charmaine. I am a new Amazon best-selling author as well as an entrepreneur. I'm the owner of Speak Up Sis LLC. I am also the host of Speak Up Sis podcast and the editor-in-chief of Speak Up Sis magazine. I'm the mother of four amazing humans, and I pretty much show up as a woman who loves the Lord, trying to help other women live authentically as who they've been created to be.
Okay, well, that is a lovely introduction. And of course, me knowing you personally, I know all about your story, and it is an amazing story. And you're mighty or four mighty men of valor. So, just tell us a little bit about your featured book and what inspired you to write your latest book.
Okay, well, I actually have six published works, and the latest book is the third book in what I call my conversational narrative series.
Mhm.
It's titled The Runner's Lie: 10 Lies Women Tell Themselves to Avoid Life's Challenges. And I wrote
Mhm.
this book because for the majority of my life, my adult life, I've been a runner. I have been one who will pick up and leave if things get too hectic or overwhelming. If I feel
Mhm.
like I've just really, I'm not growing in a place, or I feel like I've exhausted options in a place, I'll get up and move. I have moved from
Mhm.
different cities, different states, different countries, different continent, trying to just get a fresh start. But what I
Mhm.
realized was I was simply running from myself. I took me to all of those places. And when I
Mhm.
really sat down to begin to do the work on myself, I realized I wasn't just moving physical places, but I was doing that in
Mhm.
other places in my life when it came to finances,
Mhm.
just not looking at the bills,
Right.
not wanting to face the truth of the bills, right?
Closing your eyes, right?
Yes, closing my eyes, the idea of feeling like I'm okay when I'm really not okay.
Right.
So always just sort of keep going, push, push, push,
Mhm.
keep moving in order and instead of sitting still to really deal with
Mhm.
the truth
Okay.
in my life. And so once I got to a place where I had healed through those things,
Mhm.
that I'm no longer running in my life, then I was able to release this book in order to help some other women to see these lies in their own lives and potentially acknowledge them and begin the journey of healing.
Okay, okay, that's a powerful book, and of course, I've read the Kindle version myself, so it's definitely got some stories in there of running. So I would like to ask you, since we're talking about the book, when when was that last time that you ran, or that you noticed that you were still running?
Oh goodness. I don't even know if there's like a last time that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
There's so it was so ingrained in the fabric of who I
Mm-hmm.
was that it was just a part of what I did. I
Right.
ran in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't we
I
all?
was a self-sabotager, absolutely. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times women will say they're no good men, and there really are some really good men. Sometimes we are not ready
Mm-hmm.
to be loved.
Right.
A lot of times it's like, oh, I just want to find somebody who'll love me. But the truth is, you got to be ready to accept the kind of love that you say you want. And I know that I have been in some relationships with some really good men that I didn't think, I thought to myself, this is too good to be true. And that's
Okay.
a lie. That's one of the
Mhm.
lies that I talk about in the book. It's too good
Mhm.
to be true. And so we will find ourselves self-sabotaging in that space. So I've done that so many times throughout my life in relationships, financially. I
Mhm.
definitely I see the envelopes coming in. I see
Right.
the envelopes coming in, and I'm thinking to myself, I really don't even want to look at this. I don't have the money in the bank for this. I know that and so instead of just dealing with it, instead of opening
Mhm.
up the envelopes, reading them, calling the people,
Yeah.
making arrangements, getting some help, it's just like, it's almost like if I don't look at it, it'll go away.
Yeah. Exactly. And unfortunately, it doesn't
It
work that
doesn't.
way.
It just makes it worse.
Right.
So I don't think
Mhm.
there's like a last time. It was
Mhm.
sort of a I I'm acknowledging that I do this, and
Okay.
now I'm going to take the steps to stop doing it. So if I'm honest,
Mhm.
I am in the journey
Right.
currently of not running, and I can just be honest and say it is a day by day situation.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
really is. I still get envelopes in the mail that I
Right.
have to open
Look
the
at them
envelope.
side eye a little
Yeah, it's
bit.
kind of like, oh goodness, right? There are
Mhm.
still things that are happening. People are still like, "Are you good?" And I'm sitting in a place where I have to say, "No, I'm overwhelmed. I'm
Yes.
not good. I'm not okay. I'm overwhelmed.
Right.
I'm tired. I'm
Yes.
not going to be able to come to that event because I'm exhausted, right?" So I'm
Yes.
actually in the process of standing still and owning where I am, acknowledging it, and then working through it.
Right. And that's part of, I know you talk a lot about authenticity, and that is
Right.
a big part of it is acknowledging and being honest first with yourself, and
Exactly.
then, right, and then with the people around that you come in contact with and being honest on, hey, I'm too tired. Hey, I can't do this. So that I know that's a big step,
Yeah.
in your journey. So tell us a little bit about when you first realized that you were a writer or an author.
Oh, well, I've been writing for a long time. I think we hear authors say that a lot. I've been writing all of my life. But the truth is, I was actually a reader,
Okay.
not a writer.
Hmm.
I prefer reading. I actually don't really like writing. I
Wow,
don't.
really?
Mm-mm. I
Okay.
prefer to read. I
Okay.
love reading. I
Hmm.
realized I loved reading when I was about 13 years old. My aunt, God rest her soul, she realized that I liked reading. And she
Hmm.
used to read Danielle Steele romance novels. And she
Yes.
had lots of them. And when she would finish reading them, she would give them to me to read. So at 13 years old, I was reading about cowboys in Montana, right?
Right.
Um,
No business reading all that stuff.
yes, but and so that transitioned as I got older
Hmm.
to Maya Angelou. I learned about her as I got into school, and she's
Hmm.
one of the popular African American authors and poets that we learn about during
Hmm.
school. And then outside of school, once I got to Maya Angelou, I started to kind of venture out a little bit because around high school, the girls were all starting to read Eric Jerome Dickey and stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I got hip to Terry McMillan, who is
Okay.
probably one of my biggest influences in my writing style.
Okay.
She was the first author that I read where I felt like I connected with her
Mhm.
voice in
Okay.
her book titled Mama. And I
Hmm.
was like, this is like I can relate to so much of this. So between Danielle Steele's storytelling,
Hmm.
Maya Angelou's soul, and Terry McMillan's everyday woman voice, the
Hmm.
three of them kind of shape what you get when you
Hmm.
read Angel Charmaine. So,
Okay.
as far as when I knew I was a writer, I still find it difficult to call myself an author.
Well, you
Uh,
you are an author, ma'am.
I am, but I'm an inspirational conversationalist
Hmm.
who writes books to help facilitate hard conversations.
Okay. Okay. I like that inspirational conversations. Every time you mention that, I was like, that's, I don't hear anybody else say that. So that's yours. You might well go
It's
ahead and
mine.
trademark it,
Absolutely. It's
copyright it.
mine.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. It
Yes.
is. It is. So, well, I guess you kind of told us a little bit about your writing journey and your who inspires you. So, tell us a little bit about why you are participating in the All Words Matter Black Author Book Expo this year.
Absolutely. It's my second year participating. I
Yes.
think it's an amazing event, as you already know, and maybe those who know me. But if you don't know me, I am a huge advocate for independent, self published authors.
Mhm.
As a self published author, I've been writing since January of 2018, or I've been published, let me say that, since
Mhm.
January 2018. And I know just how difficult it is for self-published authors, one, to get people to trust that their work is quality enough to
Mhm.
put money behind it and
Yes.
purchase. I also understand how difficult it is to promote and to market your work when you don't have a big engine behind you pushing you because you don't have a celebrity name or renowned name. So opportunities like the Our Words Matter Expo, it positions self-published authors in the front of communities to say,
Mhm.
hey, we're here. We have books that are quality books, books that you're going to be interested in, books that are going to help you, books that you're going to absolutely love. Come invest in us, just like you invest in people you have no idea, you never met, and you're never going to meet, right?
Right.
So I believe in spaces that help to promote everyday people doing extraordinary work. And that's what
Mhm.
I believe you're doing with the Our Words Matter Author
Mhm.
Expo.
Well, thank you so much for that. Those kind words. I do appreciate all of that, and I appreciate you for being a returning featured author as well. And last year you were also a sponsor with Speak Up
Mhm.
Sis. So yes, it's about getting our words out there, letting people know that we're here. We may be small
Mhm.
businesses, or I won't say small authors. We may be fresh new authors in some
Absolutely.
season, but we're still here, and our words do matter. So,
Absolutely.
yes, ma'am. So, can you tell the readers a little bit about how they can connect with you and how they can follow your work other than at the All Words Matter Black Author Expo?
Yes, you can connect with my work by visiting my website, angelcharmaine.com. That's CHARMAINE, angelcharmaine.com. You will be able to access all of my books, as well as connect with all of my other platforms. As the Mirror Mentor, I have a mirror list that you can join and be able to connect with me one on one, oftentimes. And everything that is Angel Charmaine, you can find at angelcharmaine.com. If you're on social media, you can connect with me at Angel Charmaine Wright on Facebook,
Mhm.
Angel.Charmaine on Instagram, and Natty Knowledge. That's Natty with a K, KNATTY, Natty Knowledge on TikTok.
Okay, that is wonderful. So, you guys, you heard it right here. There are several ways that you can connect with Miss Angel Charmaine. And now, Miss Angel Charmaine, is there anything else before we close out that you would like to let our audience know?
I just want to say make sure you come out to the Our Words Matter Author Expo. We are here to add to your TBR list because we've
Yes.
got some really amazing books that you're going to love. And if you are someone who's considering becoming an author, I always say do it afraid until you can do it brave. Just jump out there and do it. And you'll find that once you take that first step, everything that you need, all the people you're going to need will begin to show up as you need them. So go ahead and step out there and put your voice on paper because it matters.
Yes, well, thank you so much for that. And our voice does truly matter. So, to all of you out there, the listeners out here, again, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode. We appreciate you and stay tuned and come on out to the expo on Saturday, November the 8th from 11 to 3 p.m. Eastern here in Aiken, South Carolina at Almond Branch Baptist Church, 334 Church Street Northwest. And again, that's Aiken, South Carolina. And again, it's Angel Charmaine. I thank you so much for being here with me, and you have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. Good night.
You're welcome.